Ye have all seen the image, the burst of golden fire, the impossible bird, the glorious ascension from the ashes, the phoenix rising. It has become the dominant myth of our time, a symbol tattooed on our culture and whispered in our darkest moments. It is the story we tell ourselves when we fail, the promise we cling to when we are broken, the anthem of the comeback. We post it, we quote it, we believe in it. But what if we have been telling ourselves a beautiful lie? What if the part of the story we celebrate is the least important part? We are obsessed with the rising. We are terrified of the burning. We want the transformation, but we refuse the initiation. We want the crown, but we deny the crucible, because we have forgotten the true myth of the phoenix. We have forgotten the code, and that code is written not in sunlight, but in ash. The story, as the ancients told it, is far darker and far more profound. The Greek historian Herodotus spoke of a bird from Arabia, appearing only once every 500 years. It wasn't a victim of circumstance. It wasn't struck by lightning. It wasn't defeated by an enemy. The phoenix chose its end. It knew when its time was done, when the old form had reached its limit, and so it would build its own pyre. It would fly to the farthest deserts, gathering the most sacred and fragrant woods, cinnamon, myrrh, and spikenard. It wasn't building a nest to rest. It was building an altar for its own sacrifice. It would sit upon this pyre, turn its face to the sun god, and sing one final beautiful song. A song so pure, it was said the gods themselves would stop to listen. And then the heat of the sun would ignite the fragrant oils, and the bird would be consumed in a holy fire. This is the first secret of the code. The fire is not an accident. It is a choice. It is not an attack from the outside. It is a surrender from within. But we do not do this. When our life begins to burn, we do not sing. We scream. We call the fire department. We look for the escape hatch. We blame the arsonist. We do anything but accept the flame. When a relationship ends, a career fails, or an identity shatters, our first instinct is repair. We try to pick up the exact same pieces of our broken life and glue them back together, desperately trying to recreate the person we were. We call this healing, but it is not. It is taxidermy. We are trying to preserve a dead thing. The ego, the identity you call I, will fight to the death to avoid this fire, because the ego is the old nest. It is the old form. It is a construct of past victories, past wounds, and past beliefs. Its only job is to survive. But the soul's job is to evolve. And for evolution to happen, the old form must dissolve. The transformation after failure that we crave cannot happen if we are still clinging to the wreckage of that failure. You cannot be reborn if you refuse to die. This is the part we skip. This is the terms and conditions of transformation that nobody reads. The ancients had a name for this. In the coded language of alchemy, this process of true, deep change begins with nigredo, the blackening. This is not a single bad day. This is the dark night of the soul. It's the psychological rock bottom where all your old definitions of yourself and of the world lose their meaning. It's the disorienting, terrifying, lonely void where you are no longer the person you were, but you are not yet the person you will be. You are nothing, ash. And in this void, the true fire begins. This is the second alchemical stage, calcinatio, the burning. This fire is not a metaphor. It is the internal, psychic fire of unbearable truth. It is the burning of your pride, the burning of your resentments, the burning of the victim story you've told yourself, the burning of the idea of who you were supposed to be. It is the moment you stop blaming your parents, your ex, the world, or yourself. The moment you stop running. The moment you finally let go. This is the ego death that mystics speak of. It is the most painful, liberating, and necessary moment of your life. It is the moment you, like the phoenix, choose the pyre. You let it all burn. Every lie, every mask, every excuse. It will feel like the end. Good. Because it is the end of the illusion, and then silence, stillness, a peace that passes all understanding. From the center of the ashes, something stirs, not the old you, patched up and scarred, but something new, something pure. This is the albedo, the whitening, the residue of the soul, purified by fire. This is the true meaning of rising from the ashes. The phoenix doesn't come back as it was. It comes back as it was meant to be. It is simpler. It is lighter. It is free. It is not just healed. It is whole. It doesn't remember the fire with trauma. It remembers the fire as the force that liberated it. The pain was not a punishment. The pain was the process. The fire was not an enemy. The fire was the midwife. We are all living in some version of the myth. We are all, right now, somewhere in the cycle. Maybe you are in the 500-year cycle, comfortable, successful, but you can feel the old form getting heavy. Maybe you are gathering the myrrh and cinnamon. You know something needs to change, and you are preparing for it. Or maybe you are in the fire, in the dark, lonely ash, feeling like it is the end. If you are, hold on. You are not falling apart. You are being unmade. You are in the sacred, agonizing, beautiful process of phoenix rising. If this message resonates with you, it is not by accident. It is a call from your own soul. So look at your life. Look at the things you are clinging to. The job, the identity, the resentment, the fear. The question the Phoenix Code asks of us is not, how do I avoid the fire? The question is, what needs to burn? And, do you have the courage to light the match?